Hi, kindergartners. Welcome to Terrific Tuesday. And thank you for being here with Mrs. R this morning. I hope you slept well and I hope you're having a great morning and had a good breakfast to start your day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see what we're going to be working on together today. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get your word family, the ED word family that says bed on the front and has a picture of a bed. Go ahead and grab that packet because we're going to work on a couple of assignments in there today together. So if you don't have that packet yet, go ahead and press pause and then go ahead and grab that. And you're going to need also glue and scissors and a pencil too for your supplies to get these assignments done. Okay, so make sure you grab all those things: pair of scissors, a pencil with a good eraser, and your glue stick. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and open. Well, before we do that, let's take a look at our cover. So we have a new word family for this week. This is called the ED word family. Normally we would sound out and we'd say ed, ed, okay? So we're going to put them together and make a new sound. Ed, ed, bed. And so you can see that here. And we're going to work with different words that have the ED sound in them with just changing the first letter to make a new word. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the page to the first page we're going to work on. It looks like this. It says, let's build words with ED. So all these words are going to have ED in them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and trace our words, and then we're going to read them, and then we're going to build them. Okay, so this is the easy part. Get your pencil and just start tracing all of your words. All right, so Mrs. R is going to trace mine, and you're going to trace yours, and then we'll read all together. Okay, so if you are still doing your tracing, then that's okay. Just make sure you press pause on your video because you're going to need to have those all written before we read them together, okay? So for those of you that are done, let's go ahead and read together. Let's sound out these words. And we know ED says ed, so we'll say those one sound. Ed, fed, ed, wed. That means to like marry someone. Ed, bed. So of course that's when you sleep. Ed, red. So that's a color, right? And we forgot to talk about this first one. Ed, fed. So like if you fed the chickens, means you feed them, give them food. Okay. So now we get to build our words. So what you're going to do at the bottom of your page is you're going to cut all the way across, and be careful to not cut the page underneath. So carefully lift it up and cut all the way across just like this. Okay. And then you need to cut out your letters on the dotted lines, just like this. And you know what Mrs. R says about the dotted lines? It either means to cut or it means to fold. And you guys are such good listeners, you guys know, and wait for directions from your teacher. Okay, so I'm going to put that in those scraps. And I'm just going to cut out all of those out. Let's put them in a nice pile. Okay. Now I know I am probably cutting faster than you can cut. So if that is the case, then you need to pause the video and get all your pieces cut out and then come back and join Mrs. R. Okay. All right, so we know one thing. If we are working with the ED word family, ED word family, we're gonna have lots of E's and we're gonna have lots of D's, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put all the E's up here together. And then I'm gonna put all the D's together because we'll be using a lot of those. All right, so I'm kind of organizing my letters on the sides here so that they're easier for me to find, but you can use whatever system works for you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get my glue stick ready and I'm gonna get ready to start building these words. So ed, fed, so we need an F in this first spot. So just a little dot of blue and find our letter F. So here it is. I'm gonna put that right in that spot. And then we know, because it is the ED word family, all of these words are going to have an E and a D after the first letter. Okay, so that makes it easier for you. So here's an E, and then here is a D. That. So ed, fed. Okay, so now the next one, ed, wed. First sound is W, 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 w. And then we know it's the ED word family. So of course there's going to be an E, and there's going to be a D. Just like that, okay? Now the next one, b, ed, bed. You know the first sound in bed, b, 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 is B. And the next sound is E and D because it's part of the what? ED word family, right? Yeah. So far we've got fed, wed, ed, and then ed, red. So R makes the sound. And then of course we have the ED in there for the ed. For the ED word. Okay. Now, if you are still working on your gluing or of your letters, then go ahead and press pause, get them all glued in, and then we're going to read them together. Okay. All right, so now that we have them all glued in, we're going to read these words together. Here we go. Get your pointer finger ready, get your eyes ready on the word, and get your mouth ready to say the sounds. Ready? Here we go. Ed, fed, w, ed, wed, b, ed, bed, ed, red. Very good. All right, so now when we flip to the next page, we are not going to do the second page. We are going to do the page that looks like this. So let's sort. You guys are very familiar with the sorting pages. So what we're looking for are pictures with the ed sound in them, okay? So let's take a look here and see what we have here. I see a barn. I see a picture that someone has wed. They're pointing to the top light up here, which is red. Okay, this is a donut. Led, they're being led by this boy. Bed, chips, and cheese. So what we need to do is we need to make some decisions. But before we do that, let's carefully lift up this page and cut across the bottom, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out my pictures. So you can see Mrs. R cut straight across. And then I'm going to cut out on the dotted lines. And then we're going to decide if we're going to put those pictures in the side of the box that has the thumbs up. That means it has the ED sound right here. Or the thumbs down means it does not have the ED, the ed sound in the word. So I'm just cutting out my boxes right now. All right, so if you are still cutting your pieces out, then go ahead and press pause now so that you can get your little pieces cut out and then be ready to go with the rest of us. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, okay. All right, so I just put these over here to the side and I've got them a little bit organized. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna take a look and we're gonna decide, does the picture, when we say the word, have the ED, the ed sound in it, or does it not? And that will depend on where we glue it. If we glue it over here, it means it does. If we glue it over here, it means it does not. Okay, so let's get our glue stick ready and make some decisions. So this is a picture of someone that is wed. Ed. Does this have the ed sound in it? It does. You can totally hear that. Ed. I hear it. And I'm sure you do too. Okay. And you know what? Let's see here. Let me grab this one. Lead. Lead. So does ed have the lead ed sound ed in it? It sure does. This is a barn. Does barn have the ed sound in it? No, I don't hear ed in barn. Here's bed. Ed. Does bed have the ed sound in it? Yeah, you can hear the ed sound in ed. Okay. Here's chips. Though we like chips, but do chips have an ed sound in them? No. Here's donut. Donut. Does donut have the ed sound in it? And then here is cheese. Cheese. Does cheese have the ed sound in it? And the last one. Remember Mrs. R talked about it's pointing to the top light in the stoplight is red, yellow, green. So red has that. Does red have the ed sound in it or ed? Yes, it does. All right, so let me put the lid back on the glue stick because I don't want it to dry out. Well, let's take a look and see of our pictures, what we've put in the boxes. Wed, lead, red, bed. I hear the ed sound in all of those. And then we have barn, chips, cheese, and donuts. None of those have the ed sound, do they? All right, so let's go ahead and close our packet. Stop sharing the screen. All right, so it was kind of fun today to learn about a new word family that ed makes the ed sound, like in bed and wed and fed. So we have all kinds of words that make the ed word family. So today, I know that you guys have some additional work you need to do in your different subject areas. So I hope that you have a really good day of learning. Work hard for your moms and your dads. Do your very best and know that Mrs. R is very proud of you. Keep working on all the things that you need to learn to get ready for first grade because it's going to be coming really soon. And so everyone, I wish you a great day. And so I will talk to you very soon in our next meeting. Bye, everybody.